It's the perfect moment to look back and reflect, as well as make plans and wishes for the upcoming year. And we're the same, as there are some big changes coming up for NASCAR in 2025. So, with 2025 on the horizon, what do you want to see in the upcoming season? And what are your thoughts on the following? This will certainly shock some, especially number 9. 1. Format modifications that go beyond simply moving chairs. NASCAR has hinted at potential modifications to the playoff format for 2025, following Penske's third consecutive Cup triumph and Joey Logano's victory with the lowest average finish of any champion in the sport's history, 17.1. However, if they are going to do it, they should change something important. Don't add a few more bonus points or build specific safeguards around the regular season champion to help them escape an early playoff exit. Be brave or don't bother. My suggestion? Extend the final round beyond one race. 2. A resolution to the charter controversy before proceeding to trial. The charter controversy has not subsided. In fact, it has grown into a full-fledged lawsuit between 23XI Racing, Front Row Motorsports, and NASCAR. The France family has been accused of maintaining an illegal monopoly that breached antitrust regulations, and the controversial court case will not even begin until December of next year. I don't anticipate it to be resolved before then, but I'm hoping for a settlement that will allow this matter to be settled without a multi-year court struggle. 3. NASCAR has a successful trip down to Mexico. For the first time, the NASCAR Cup Series will compete in Mexico next June. The race at Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez promises to be a historic and successful event for the sport. Please bring the entire sport to Mexico City without any logistical hassles, put on a show in front of a sold-out crowd, and demonstrate that NASCAR can be more than just a US-centric racing series. It wouldn't hurt if Daniel Suarez was up there fighting for the victory. 4. Kyle Busch moves on from the worst season of his career. Kyle Busch and his fans suffered greatly in 2024. The winningest driver in the sport's history across all 3 national divisions won 2 truck races, but there was little else to get excited about. This year, Busch had the poorest average finish of his career during a season, as well as the fewest top 5s, top 10s, and laps led since becoming a full-time driver in 2005. He was also assaulted in the face, so things have been hard. Busch had moments in the number 8 RCR Chevrolet, coming agonizingly close to victory on several occasions. However, his record win run came to a stop, and KB finished the year ranked 20th in points. Nobody wants to watch a champion like Busch suffer. Hopefully we'll see that legendary triumph return at least once in next year's Cup Series. 5. Phoenix hosts the finale for the last time. Nothing against Phoenix, which is a fantastic facility with a unique track that has earned its spot on the schedule, but it's time to shift the finals. It's partly the fault of the car, because passing is exceedingly tough on slower, flatter courses like Phoenix. Homestead would be the favored site, but there are other interesting spots for the title decider. But please do not leave it untouched for 2026 and beyond. 6. The Melon Man returns as a weekly competitor. The Melon Man, often known as the Wall Rider or Public Enemy Number 1, was once considered the major figure of NASCAR. Ross Chastain is just thrilling to watch, but he lacked the horsepower to compete at the level we've seen in prior seasons. He did win a race, but the number 1 was largely missing from the contest for the win during the year. In the rare instances we saw him near the front of the pack, he didn't disappoint, like as in his thrilling back-and-forth battle with Kyle Larson at Kansas, or blocking the entire field in the Daytona 500, before crashing in a brave move up the middle for the win. Chastain's speed makes the race more fascinating for all of us, and the sport benefits from the drama he offers. 7. Managing manufacturer loyalty. The penultimate race of the 2024 season was marred by some obvious race tampering. It was the result of manufacturer loyalty, with NASCAR eventually sanctioning 3 different teams for attempting to manipulate the outcome of the race to qualify for the championship 4. While drivers will always support those in their camp, Martinsville was a bridge too far, and I hope nothing like that happens again in the 2025 playoffs. NASCAR must draw a strong line in the sand and make the penalty of such activities greatly outweigh the benefit, or this will continue to happen in the future. 8. Spire wins a race based on merit. Spire Motorsports exhibited outstanding speed during the 2024 season. Carson Hocevar earned Rookie of the Year, and he'll now be paired with Justin Haley and Michael McDowell in 2025. Rodney Childers, a veteran crew chief, has also joined Spire. It would be a terrific underdog story if Spire could make it to victory lane next year. 9. Kyle Larson successfully completes the double. Larson's highly anticipated attempt to run 1,100 miles in one day between the Indianapolis 500 and the Coca-Cola 600 fell short this year. Rain moved the 500 to a later start time, and by the time he arrived in Charlotte, the same storm had hit the 600, ending the race. Larson's attempt ended in disappointment, but the good news is that he will be given another chance. McLaren and Hendrick have rejoined forces for Memorial Day weekend 2025. 10. Another damp weather oval race. Normally, hoping for rain at a NASCAR race is a poor idea, but we saw that the wet weather tires were more than capable of putting on a show at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. There was some great racing. Sure, there were some incidents, but the race was never a wreck fest. So here's hope we see something like that again, with NASCAR stars ripping around an oval with some rooster tails behind them. And lastly, 11. Newcomers that will surprise us all. Connor Zilisch. Putting Zilisch at the top of the list was one of the easiest decisions to make. The Trackhouse signee is only 18 years old, yet he has already accomplished more than some who have raced for decades. It would be easier to list everything the young phenom hasn't won, but his current victories include IMSA, ARCA, Mazda MX-5 Cup, Trans Am, and even the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Yes, Zilisch won his first Xfinity start at Watkins Glen earlier this year, but that wasn't his best success of the 2024 season. He also won LMP 2-class races at the Rolex 24 at Daytona and the Sebring 12 Hours for Era Motorsport. He has since been named an official Red Bull athlete, which is usually a positive endorsement. Corey Heim. Heim is ready to spend his third year in the NASCAR Truck Series, which is unusual but not unprecedented for Cup contenders. Zane Smith and Carson Hocevar followed a same path, foregoing the Xfinity Series and joining at the Cup level. And Heim has a head start because the 21-year-old has previously competed in 3 Cup races with 23 Techwin Racing. In the Truck Series, he's yet to secure a title, but he's made the championship 4 in back-to-back years and has 11 wins in just 64 starts. He has also made some starts in the Xfinity Series, finishing 3rd at Iowa earlier this year, his career high. In 2025, he will continue to work for Toyota as a Tricon garage driver. However, the path ahead of him is unknown. Could he make the transition to Cup in 2026 if a Toyota ride becomes available? Potentially, but there don't appear to be many outstanding solutions available right now. Hopefully, Heim does not lose a game of musical chairs, since he is completely capable of competing at the Cup level. Toyota has a history of promoting drivers too quickly, so perhaps they're being more patient with pushing Heim forward so that when it's Heim time, he'll be ready to come out of the gate swinging. Christian Eckes. Eckes finally found his rhythm in 2024, winning multiple truck races and advancing to the Championship 4 with almost 1,000 laps led, about 400 more than his closest competitor. Across the entire 23-race season, he had 15 top 5s and 22 top 10 finishes. He was quick, but also quite consistent. Eckes has also won the Snowball Derby, 2016, which adds to his strong credentials as a rising star. In 2025, he will finally have a shot at the second tier of NASCAR's 3 national divisions, piloting the number 16 Cowlig Racing Chevrolet, which AJ Allmendinger just drove to a Championship 4 appearance. Eckes has no experience in the Xfinity Series, but he has plenty of national truck racing expertise, having competed in over 100 races. So what are you most excited for in 2025? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.